Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Myanmar police have filed a second charge against the ousted democratically elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi.
Please support us spiritually.
Her lawyer has said in a press conference that she is facing a second charge of violating the country's national disaster law. Ms Suu Kyi has already been charged with minor offences relating to walkie-talkies allegedly imported without the proper licence and for shaking hands during the pandemic. Demonstrators have now blocked multiple Myanmar railways by laying down on a stretch of the tracks in an effort to disrupt train services as part of a countrywide civil disobedience movement. The United Nations has warned the Myanmar military of severe consequences if it responds harshly to the protests, as reports have emerged of security forces using rubber bullets, catapults and armoured vehicles to control crowds of demonstrators. A rocket attack on a US airbase in the Kurdish region of Iraq has killed one civilian contractor and injured 8 other people. A Shia militia group with alleged ties to Iran has claimed responsibility for the bombing without providing evidence, saying it has targeted American occupation in Iraq. Video footage broadcast on local television shows damaged walls and shattered glass covering an area where one mortar shell fell. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has announced plans for an independent commission to investigate the Capitol attack.
We will be going forward to make sure that this never happens again.
Ms Pelosi, in a letter to House Democrats, has said that a commission will be created to investigate the riots on January the 6th. The move has come after the conclusion of the impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump that resulted in Mr Trump being acquitted. A commission of this nature would be formed by members that are not elected leaders and are outside of the government. Meanwhile, an unprecedented snowstorm has hit the southern and central United States, leaving millions of people without power amid freezing temperatures. Over 150 million people are under storm warnings as US residents are navigating through heavy winds, ice and bone-chilling temperatures. In Texas, temperatures have plunged to minus 22 degrees Celsius compared to the usual February average of 20 degrees. Officials have been urging people to stay home as the winter storms continue to shut roads and cause traffic pileups. Guinea has launched an urgent contact tracing search after the Ebola death toll rises. 5 people have now died from Ebola in Guinea as an outbreak occurred in the southeast region. It is the first resurgence of the virus in the country in 5 years since the 2013 to 2016 outbreak. The World Health Organization has issued a regional warning after the cases in Guinea and Congo.
WHO is working closely with health authorities in both countries.
The WHO's representative in Guinea has said the Ebola vaccines could arrive in the West African nation of 13 million within 72 hours. The former head of the Central African Republic Football Federation, Patrice Edouard Gaissona, has pleaded not guilty to war crimes charges at the International Criminal Court.
For Muslim persons in
Prosecutors say that Mr Gaissona was a senior leader and national coordinator of the so-called anti-Balaka militias that coordinated attacks against the country's Muslim population in 2013 and 2014.
Gaissona's participation in this strategy was integral.
The former top African football executive has been charged with war crimes and crimes against humanity, including murder, rape, persecution and torture. Kenya has deployed 3 robots at Nairobi's main international airport in order to curb the spread of COVID-19. The robots named Jasiri, Shujaa and Tumaini have been donated by Japan and will help disinfect the airport and monitor arrivals for signs of the virus. The robots are equipped with an infrared camera that scans hundreds of passengers per minute. The robots take passengers' temperatures, record their data for storage and tell those not wearing masks to put them on and those standing too close to others to respect social distancing. And finally, young patients at a children's hospital in Vienna have received a nice surprise as Superman, Batman and other superheroes have suddenly appeared in front of their windows. Vienna Special Forces police officers dressed up as superheroes and can be seen abseiling down the side of the St Anna's Hospital to surprise seriously ill children who can't receive the usual amount of visitors due to coronavirus restrictions. The superheroes have also stopped to take pictures with their young fans in the street and in front of the hospital. And that's your international news around the world in 5, and now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.